Yo, it's Demonart_4 or Demonart_What If? What is up? I will be doing an art stream today, so let me just open that up real quick. I can't lie, I've been playing Mortal Shell. Just chilling on there. Oh, God, is it annoying. The first half of the boss is hard enough for me, and then I've got the second half to deal with. It's so fucking annoying. And you can't use as many of the rock canister, whatever it's called, the currency breaking things. It's stupid. You should be able to just break them whenever you want. I don't know why they limit you that way. I'm pretty sure I've lost like 900 just because it limits you with that. I'll break it because I don't know how much it produces, and then I move on and bam, it's just gone. Anyway. I'm going to be in the corner for a bit. Oh. Welcome to my streaming setup. Anywho. Didn't make any progress since last stream, because last stream was 2 days ago when it comes to art. Let's plan out what I want to do. Oh goodness, I'm just feeling a bit tired. The heat's getting to me. No work today, but tomorrow I'm back at work. So, late stream. I'm going to be painting, so I don't know how long that's going to take. Cleaning takes between 6 and 8 hours, so painting probably is going to take me... It should take me a solid 7, since that is the amount of time I was meant to do it for, but you never know. You never know. Maybe I'll be there all fucking day. Oh, goodness. Still can't believe I got Ereshkigal in 2 tries. Oh. I'm thinking of going to Magic the Gathering live a bit earlier. Maybe on Friday or Saturday instead of Sunday. I'm going anyway on Sunday with some friends, but... But honestly, I'm getting a little bit iffy on waiting for people because it never goes well. And in fact, I need to give a text to someone to see if they still want to go to Oxford. Hold on. I also need to change my dock. Give me a sec. Hop out. When will OBS get inbuilt stuff for Rumble? God damn it. It's so annoying. Although it is funny to see it say, sign into chat. What? So lost. Alright, I'm going to start moving the camera now. Actually, I should grab something to wipe it down. I don't know how much there's going to be. Yeah, I don't know if there's been any built up of anything the past 2 days. But let's just make sure that that's clean. Same with this. You will see the mess I have on my side, and you will ignore it. Oh, goodness. I need to put more signatures and stuff. I also should probably start setting up my laptop properly. It was annoying with the internet. You know when you finally like want to do something and then it doesn't work? Whenever that happens, I just get taken out. I just can't be fucked. Oh yeah, I watched the Kung Fu Panda versus Iron Fist one. It was alright, but I don't know about. I feel weird that Iron Fist, a DC character, loses to Kung Fu Panda. Po. I don't know why I called him Kung Fu Panda. But so I'm trying to figure out how can I make this, because if we look at it from the side. Whatever, something like that. So the question is, how do I make it? Is it like, do I just go like that? So is it just a matter of comes about here? Oh shit! I might need to redesign some of this. I realise that I don't break it down nearly often enough for this sort of stuff. So I mean, I guess first off, this needs to bring itself down. Then for the collar, I mean, have not paint, point. And then for here, honestly, just do this. That way it can still continue to go down here. Something along those lines. And then something like that should work, right? Should be chilling. Let's, in that case, redraw the lines. Because I'm noticing a lot of mistakes. All right. You know, I feel like I should be quiet more frequently on stream. Just have a period of time where I just don't talk. Oh, it's asses. I didn't do that in black. God damn it. Okay. I do think I prefer that quite a bit more. Oh, I was gonna pause my FGO for a second there. I think this is the... Oh yeah, no parent pressure. No parent pressure. To be fair, I should use them more frequently. I'm really pleased how this came out. I'm actually surprised how good that is. So I am considering that what if I just made the whole thing hyper-realistic? The thing is, hyper-realism is kind of... I don't mean to sound like a dipshit, but it's kind of easy. Like, it's... This isn't easy. This isn't hard either. Like, this isn't difficult, per se. But hyper-realism, if you ever just study someone, just study one person who's done hyper-realism, you basically got the whole thing down. If you have more fantastical elements, or if you're not doing it in black and white, there is some difficulty in the color thing. But, I mean, that's a process you gotta go through of literally everything, so nothing really changes. He's got a big chin, doesn't he? Fucking... That's him. If I were doing this with a mouse, that's how my drawings look. It's about the quality that I'm working with. God, that's all. Question is, what do we do now? Should I just focus on the clothes now? I think that's the way to go. I like the hair, but I don't know if I've included too much white. Oh. I'm just going to sit back, relax, and relax for a second. I drew for 20 minutes, so I've already hit a quota in my mind. I just nuked some chikorita. If you have FGA and you played Fate for a long enough time, everything becomes easy as shit when it comes to like farming. It's just resource heavy. I've done 16 runs in the past hour or so. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'm gonna check a few things actually. First off, let's check. Have I maxed out their bonds? I have. Hold on. You guys get to see my dump. Give me a sec. Bonds. I now have Billy the Kid in free. I have Robin Hood. And I have Kid Gilgamesh. Alright, nice. Alright. That's what I had to do, to be completely honest. Let's just see, do I get anything else? I've completed all my master missions for today, I think. For this week. Extra missions, I've got 2 of those, and they're giving me a pretty penny. Very nice, very nice. I'm currently sitting at 500 Saint Quartz. The grind is real. I've got some rank ups to do, but who cares? A lot of my rank ups, I just held back from not having stage 4 ascensions. But another thing that holds you back is not having a high enough bond level. 3 seems to be the maximum bond level you need for basically any rank up or interlude. I'm just having a quick glance through just to see what I'm missing. Lost bond number 4, bond level 3, stage 3, bond 5, lost bond number 3. It is a bit weird that one of the guys you meet in Lost Belt 1, you get his rank up in 3, but whatever. I'm only on 2 right now. Unlock by completing Lost Belt for number 4, stage 3 ascension, and bond level 3, bond level 5 for one person. Hold on. Let me make a note of who I need to get to bond 5. Don't care. I've already leveled these fuckers. This makes no sense. Why would I? Don't have that anymore. Yeah, that's fine. Sea changes. Black Grail. Prisma Cosmos. Okay, so don't care about this one. I know. Nightless Rose. Alright. Based on this, I'm never going to use it unless I've got both on my team. So this is my survival team. Prisma Cosmos. I don't remember. I think that's the Valentine's one, but I could be wrong. Best uses Guildcaster, Mash, and Zufu. Alright. I mean, Zufu, I basically always have Nightless Dream on, so not really relevant. Mash, I always have Golden Tree? Golden something. And then Guildcaster, I usually, what do I use on him? Actually don't know. Oh, let's just quickly check. I just went to the wrong fucking location. Formation. I guess support setup should have my best one for him. Oh yeah, I use Camelot. Star of Camelot on him. Because I got told CEs are good for him. Black Grail. Oh, that's actually a good shout. I should be putting... Let me actually go to my formations real quick. God, I want to show this on my screen. Oh. Okay, that doesn't seem to be it. Quite yet, hold on. Let's see what the rate. I'm just curious what the ratings are. 12.9 stars. Alright, we're not using that. Okay. I guess I'll just get Caster TV. Okay, hold on. By the way, if you want to know who I'm going for, she's currently up. I'm considering just putting a couple into her, but because I have 5 grand. Sorry, not 5 grand. I have 500 spins. No, 500 Saint Crystals, which means I've got 150 spins, I think. I've almost got 200 spins. That's crazy. But she's not important enough, and I have my eyes on 2 other characters instead. Karma, who's the next one, and Merlin, because I need a caster. But let's install that. I fucked up. I just my brain isn't working. I swear to God, the AI actually makes me dumber. Let's just experiment. All right. I want Flames of Oblivion a lot. Can't lie. If I have some spare Saint Quartz after I've done, after I've gotten either Merlin, Karma, maybe Castoria, if I end up deciding to spend money on that. I'm gonna call this fucking app a slur in a second. Hold on. Alright, that is not the way to go. Okay. Phone to PC. Phone link. Phone link app. I don't think I have this. Phone link. To Windows. Link to Windows? I mean, I guess that's the way to go. Link to Windows. I'm not doing that. Hold on. Sign in. Continue. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. Hurry up. She's so pretty, isn't she? I want to be able to draw like this eventually. I'm gonna be there. That's the goal. We're currently sitting at the. Oh, God, it's so ugly. Sorry, you know when you see your own work compared to something and you're just like, oh, I hate myself. Fuck. Hold on, I want to grab his face. It's Charlemagne, right? Or am I tripping balls? Also, my computer keeps doing this thing where it will just suddenly decide to cut out stuff. It's not Charlemagne. Shit. Fake Arthur. That's it. Yeah, there you go. Grand Order. What is his name? It's not Arthur. Richard first. Alright. Richard. I'm calling him Richard 1. Oh my fucking God, why does he look like... Okay, looking at that. Okay, I think the lines I'm using for here are fine. Maybe it's is it the eyes? Are the eyes too high? I'm gonna merge it. I can't bother. I'm just curious about something. If I just grabbed these. That is better. Alright. Got too many things open, man. Alright. Another thing is they enhance like above here, which looks really nice. No, it's not like that. It's like that. Nose wise, I mean, I kind of like how mine is, to be honest, but I think I need it to be like that. You know, to be fair, the more I look at the nose, the more fine I am with the nose. So we're gonna ignore the nose. It's just a different art style. For the hair, oh, that's a good shout. I've been doing it with black pen. Okay, I might actually redraw this upper lining for the hair and make it blue. Maybe let's go. Okay. Give me a second so I can put my. I want to put my phone as a display on the computer, so just give me 1 second. Send me a code. Sure, man. I love how I just closed it and I have to reopen it. 10 out of 10. Alright. I'm waiting for my single-use code. Okay. We're chilling. It's too bad this guy doesn't have scars, nor do I plan to give many on his face. Because he's a Naruto, and Naruto people don't have scars. Bro, this fucking thing just asked me if I can just have my entire phone. Okay, now I need to open this on my PC. Hold on. Search phone link. There we go. My system administrator? I am the administrator. I'm running it as admin. What do you mean? What do you mean it's been blocked by me? Give me a fucking second, hold on. Blocked? Didn't work. I don't have apps and browser control. I'm so lost. I am befuddled. Fuck. Yeah. Warn me. Oh my days. These bastards. It's sickening how much they're trying to control my fucking computer. Oh my god. I'm so lost because it specifically says that I've turned it off. Protection history. Family. I'm pretty sure I'm not in a family in the game in this. I don't know why this is blocked and it's frustrating me. I just wanted to show this. I'm feeling like I should be just putting this off, focus on the art, and then do this afterwards. If it's that this is the same account that my mum had control over in the past, and she's just, well, she doesn't know how to access she just never knows how to access the account. There's a genuinely high chance that she just left it, never fixed it, and now I'm getting fucked over. Apps. Also, this thing is trying so hard to essentially just be ChatGPT. It's quite funny, actually. Search. What is this even called? Phone link. Phone link. Weird. This was automatically installed, and you're telling me that you don't know what phone link is. I'm not talking to Copilot chat. I don't like Microsoft. I really hate Microsoft. Oh my fucking days. I hate these people. I want to uninstall every single Microsoft app at some point. Because at this point, it's just like, why the fuck do I even have this? The one thing I want to use from this bloody godforsaken fucking shithole is the one thing they aren't letting me do. Yeah, my family's just me. God, these guys are so greedy, it's insane. Actually, honestly, I'm kind of impressed. Do I hate them? Yes. But oh my god. It's almost impressive how much shit they put on my phone. Alright, I'm not even gonna attempt it with this anymore. I don't know why it's been blocked by my system admin. Yo Jack, I'm just trying to set something up. It's not going well. I'm gonna put it off and just go back to drawing the thing. Join just as I got pissed off enough to leave. Alright. No. Got to fill in the cracks. Alright, next colour. What is this hell? I'm gonna have to completely redraw this eye. Well, no, not completely. I love how this Tensei gun came out. But I was just looking at some Fate art, and I realized I draw their eyelashes quite small. Given that this is a dude, the eyelashes should be a lot longer. Kind of funny to think about, actually. Because he's a dude of all things. Alright. Oh, what else have I cocked up? The man's a little bit too happy. 'Tis the crux of my existence, Manny. You're what's up, Manny? You're late. This fucking thing, man. I should have done that a little bit later once I had done this, but oh no. What can you do? I feel like I should at some point also just use one of the color tools to just select all of one color and make some gradients. You've inspired me, Manny, with your work. It's already looking a bit nicer. Alright, let's grab that. Manny, were you here when I originally... sorry, when I did this last time? I don't think you were. I know you were the first time I did a stream on this. But the memory's just not coming to me right now. Alright. He is not having that gay cut-out eyebrow thing. Alright. Yeah, okay, I think I fixed the problem. Fixed the issue there. Alright. Well, sorry you made dinner. My opinion, I was just so I can come home and have you tell me you're late. Appreciate you plans to retouch the shapes. Yeah, I'm just having to redraw everything because I moved everything. I moved the face down a bit. If you mean like the tips of the hair, then maybe occasionally I'll give a little dabble there. Dabble here and there, but otherwise, I mean, I was pretty dead set on just kind of leaving it as. But yeah, now I have to redraw everything. I was with this guy. Sorry, but it was first thing you actually draw it. Got you. You abandoned me. Oh my goodness. I think you kind of feel like I sound like, you know the guy from the Bee movie? Who gets his girlfriend stolen by the bee? I feel like I sometimes sound like him when I sigh. Alright, fixed. I think that's a better positioning for the face. As you can see, I've kind of prioritized this top area. I mean, even down here, I've got some clothing, which I've just not touched up. So I should do that. Didn't realize I'd forgotten about that. I'm quite pleased with how this horn came out. It's really random, but I like how it came out. Yeah, let me just tweak up the eyes because I'm realizing they don't look enough. Obviously, since I played Fate, I was looking at Fate characters, such as this gal. And I just thought to myself, when looking at her, there's another character in one of these, Richard the First. What in the fuck is even... Hold on. I don't know why random shit starts pop... Why is it doing that? I don't know what I clicked for that to happen, but whatever. It's like I'm looking at my keyboard, I drop down something, and then bam, everything always has to have an error. But like if you look at this guy's eyes, they're all like black and big. Big and so I want to emphasize more stuff like that. Et voila. There we are. Alright, I'm going to start on this eye first. I might even just go... Ooh, no, I want to go up. Is it like that? I feel like my eyes are just too wide to just go all in on this sort of design. Hold on, let me just copy the image and put it in as a reference layer. The source material for the novel you write under the influence of wine and won't publish. I don't think I'll be writing a novel on you, man. Just to compare mentally. That's how the eyes that have been drawn there look. The problem is my eyes are like fucking twice the length. How to do this? How to do this? Just got to span back. Alright. Let's take up the... Ooh. Where did I go? Where did it go? Alright, let's bring that back real quick. Okay. Alright. I just noticed that under his eye is all fucked up. I didn't register that for a second there. But let's fix that really quickly. Because why? Because I am here. I have a pen. Maybe this eye will be better to practice it on. Something like that, maybe? A bit unsymmetrical, like you mentioned, wide. The reason why I've made them unsymmetrical is because if you look at my eyes, they're like this. I got a Chinese eye. I've got wonky as fuck eyes. It doesn't help that I'm always tilting my head. So that's my my little detail that I add in. Totally not an accident. But yeah. But also this guy's aren't either that symmetrical. I just gotta mess around with it until I get what I want, you know? The problem is he looks kind of... He just looks emo when I do... You know, let's try again, hold on. Maybe it's... What if I... Hold on. If I just did this. Without, with, without, without, with. Maybe I'm going over the top. That might be it. Is that better? Basically, make the eyes smaller a bit. I'm also not sure how big they are compared to each other. If I just quickly... That was terrible. I can't draw straight lines, man, on PC. If I just take that and then just twist it a bit. Huh, they're about even now as well. I think this might be better. Thoughts and feelings before I decide to just change it forever. Like, if you think this is good, I'm just gonna delete the previous one. I think it might actually be genuinely better. One problem though. That is the problem. Okay, let's grab this. I've convinced myself I like it more now. Even if he looks a bit emo, he's already wearing all black. Like, you can't really stop the emo. The eyes are a bit smaller as well, which makes them more appealing. I mean, this is just too wide, you know? He looks a bit retarded. Here, he looks a bit like a femboy, I can't lie. But, you know, what can you do? Everyone looks like a femboy, or a little bit. I still can't believe that I got called. I'd been told that I looked like a femboy. I like it. Alright. I'm merging that with the bottom layer. Goodbye, edge of my eye. I like it. Alright. Now taking more tips, because again, this art is fucking beautiful. I'm taking tips from it. That is one thing I could do. I could highlight each of the color layers, and I could just go over with something else. However, I think that's for a later point in time. Because as you can see, I mean, I've done it before with this horn, which, might I say, looks mighty fucking fine. But yeah, I think I'll delete for us. Hair-wise, I mean, the main thing that glows in the hair is that he has that piece of light stripping through it. And I just think I fucked up my light, honestly. I was trying to mimic, as you know... No, you don't know. Shit, hold on. Give me a sec. Screenshots, traditional references. I was just looking at how Kubo does his lines, but the problem is Kubo's doing straight hair, even if it's spiky, whereas I'm doing fluffy, weird curl hair. So yeah, it might be an idea that I just go over this with blue and such, and then just try and tweak it from there. Maybe look at how he's done some other different hair if I want to keep going with Kubo. Or take it from here. And yeah, that's another thing also. He uses, the person who drew this uses a lot of, like, coloured lines, which I'm also lacking. It's a step up from the last revision, but you can just have a sample. And if another revision you catch your fancy, but yeah, let's go and yeah. Oh, I need to... Hold on. That's another thing. Also, when I'm doing, like, the hair, for example, I should be a lot more chill with myself to be a bit more, what's the best terminology? A bit more random with it. Ooh, that is the wrong fucking colour. Absolutely not. But yeah, just when I'm doing the hair, I just need to be a bit more scruffy. Because I've noticed sometimes I fall into this trap of just not making my shit scruffy enough. And truly, I do think the art looks better when it's scruffy. Right. So yeah, this collar thing, I'm still iffy on whether it looks good or not. But I've gone over it so many times now, I just can't bother. Let's start doing the clothes. Clothes are a bit of a weakness of mine, but to be fair, whenever I draw, I feel like everything's a fucking weakness. So let's just go crazy. All right. Because of the way this is, it should be. You know what? Fuck it. Hold on. But before I start fucking about, let's grab that layer, grab a red, and just think logically about where everything goes. Because with this sort of shit, it's a bit difficult. All right. So we can see that this isn't a normal fucking gown. So we kind of have to ignore this tiny bit while taking some of it into consideration. Also, he's sitting, so he's better for reference. But in terms of arms, I mean, it kind of just looks like straight up like that. You know, I need to think about this logically. How does clothing drop? If I look on my camera real quick, I mean, first of all, this area is kind of like that for me at least. Shoulder-wise, there really isn't much going on here. I mean, there's a bit of a flick like that. Hold on. Hold on, let me just bring this reference piece down because it's actually these two are very very important for what I'm doing right now. You know, actually, let's I'm gonna delete the whole thing because I want to do this in a different way. Also, that's not important. Let me just chuck that into my rubbish can. God, you know what? Fuck it. I'm deleting this rubbish bin. It's just disgusting. I have no idea what I just deleted. I'll be completely honest with you. No fucking clue what I just deleted. I thought I might have just fucked up. I might have just mildly fucked up. Okay. So from here we can see from this one, if I just work off of here, I mean, again, both of these show it just going up like crazy. I don't know if that's just how this specific piece of clothing works, or if that's all clothing. I mean, for my top right now, it's less so it goes straight up, more so it's like it kind of curves around a bit. So I might just keep that into consideration, especially since I am actually sitting down. All right. Then, I mean, you can see with the way this guy does it, it's kind of like, oh, this image shows it. Something like that kind of looks like what's going on. For the rest of it, I mean, there's that. No, it's not. Hold on. Wrong way around. It's kind of like something like that. I don't know. Okay, that might work for now, for a little bit. And then... Yeah, I mean, the biggest problem is this guy has a barrier here, which is kind of blocking off a lot of the stuff from showing me for this specific outfit, which is probably more in line with the fabric I'm working with. Something like that, maybe? Hi, Assassin. How you doing? Also, Manny, chill. Stand down, boy. What am I even drawing? Just some OC. I'm redrawing this fella. I made him a long time ago. I'm an old man. Got him covered up. Because can't be having any scoundrels looking at me because I'm doing the clothes. Focused on those. It is an OC. Naruto and the fruit is more so for something in the fanfic I was writing, but it means literally nothing lore-wise to my knowledge, to my memory of what I was going for. Alright. Have a good one. Came in like a storm. Okay. With this one, I mean... Actually, I should be doing that. Like, I should... Maybe I should drag it down like that. That way it's kind of like it's layering over itself. That might be the way to go. Something like that. And then as we come to like the crotch area, it starts getting lifted back up. So this goes back over. It's kind of like that, so there's going to be a bit of shadow here. I need to do that. And then, but this one is the exact opposite, where it's like that. Yeah, all right. Good idea there. Look at my shoulders. I think just they're massive. I can't see above them. No jokes. Just trying to think what does it look like? Because it's essentially we're holding the entire top up from here. So maybe I don't know, like that. Maybe that's too much. I don't know. As we come down to the clothing, gotta look back again. How have they done? Oh, I say how have they done as if this is a person who's drawn these people. No, how has this person's body contorted the form of their clothing? That just automatically feels like the most logical way to go with how this one looks. Can't draw over it because it's a reference piece. Then, I mean, around here, it should be a bit lighter. It shouldn't be where the dark color I'm going to use. Inside of the clothing. Now, this is probably going to be one of the most biggest pain in the ass things on the planet. I can't lie. I'm just not really sure what to put in here. I'm considering just blacking it out. Just make this area that I've just drawn over, just make that a big black dot. On that same note, I mean, this will probably be fairly darker as well. Probably something like that. All right, and then over here, I'm just going to layer it. Just make multiple layers of lines to fill it in. They're both not standing up. Sorry, they're both standing up, not sitting down. So I can't quite use them for reference on that sort of stuff. Actually, before I do anything, let me just... All right. Before I just make it more clear that I'm making notes of myself. I think also this should follow the form of the tits a little bit more. Nah, that's excessive. I'm not sure about that one. Not sure about that one, Chief. If I can take else for the clothing, I mean, we know we've got this, but can I build anything else off of there? Like that? Not sure. This is an extension. I mean, I'm thinking just something like that. Let's have a peek. How did you do this? But honestly, because of how like fluffy some of these pieces are, there really isn't much I can do. Like that bottom sleeve is looking more like I don't do anything with it. For the lower area, you know, let's go quickly back over using him. All right. Hold on. Let me grab Hagoromo real quick. Richard, you can stay here in the corner because you're going to be used for my colouring in a bit. All right. How has Hagoromo done it? It's a lot less clothing-like, to be honest. Nothing really on the shoulders, so maybe I'll just leave those empty. Yeah, maybe I just won't touch the shoulders. I'll probably add some highlights using some not too far off colours. But otherwise, nothing really on the shoulders. Then going down to the waist, I mean, the same way I've done my thing, like I'm trying to do it, he's kind of done it, but like in a much more neat way. So just try to do it like this. It's like you come down, then already just like that sort of thing. But that doesn't really fit the angle I'm working with, so I don't think that's going to work. I'll probably just stick with that, how I've done it. Maybe I'll draw me players? No. I don't know what your picture is. I'm not showing your entire account. Hold on. I'm not drawing that. Yeah, that's just not happening. What on earth is that? I don't think I've ever drawn that many pixels in my life. Jesus Christ. A lot of pixels. I don't really know what's going on there. Alright. What software is this? It's Critter. Also known as a pain in the fucking ass. But I love it, so what can you do? Alright, how is he? Bring that down there, just so I can get a better look at it as I go about. Alright. I mean, I don't feel too poorly about how I've done the arms and the chest. And I just think it fits better with what I'm going with. For down area, I mean, to show this area, almost looks like he's done, would be like that. Manny, you know what? You do your thing, Manny. You do your thing. If you're going to start with the software, Critter might not be the best place to start, just because I did it because it's free. And I didn't know which one would be better at the time. But it's a bit confusing. I do recommend looking up, if you were to use it, you need tutorials. You need a lot of them. Well, I don't know how different that is to other things, so who knows whether it's any good. Okay, then we have this. That works. And then we've got that, and I know I want the leg to be kind of like that. So that gets filled in easily. See, the thing is, there's like a little pocket here. That's why I don't know what to do with it, because he's, you know, cross-legged. Also, I don't know the way you talk, Manny, but I just immediately was like, hell no to some kid. Maybe I just, for this, what if I just do something like that? Grab this. No, it's just. Of course. Let's also make just a quick note for myself that he has fingers. So there is that. That might be where I leave it. And just go onto the shading and stuff. I think only for the stuff that touches the edges will I go over with it lines. Otherwise, I'm just going to grab my trusty highlighter over there and just dog on it a bit. I'll give that a quick save. Let's remove, wrong thing. Remove that. I mean, I think it's going to be pretty on point. One might even say fairly on point. I don't know why I have two separate layers for that. But yeah. Oh, what time is it? That's one. Doing it for an hour and a half. I might as well push it to a 2-hour mark. I'm just running low on nutrients. I'm like a fucking plant. Hang on a sec. I was going to do something. Hold on. What was it? Oh, yeah. I was going to check if there's any easier ways. Like, why can't I just share my screen via cable with my phone? You know? Because I want to show when I'm playing FGO. Because I enjoy playing it, but also I get like a period of half an hour where I just don't talk. I don't like, or I'm talking and I just can't show anything. I'll be honest, I really want to kill myself when I look at the fucking all the tips on how to connect your phone to the PC. It's just sickeningly boring. I do not have the attention span for it. I'm like, I want to do it, but at the same time, it's like I have to go to this place, to this place, to this place, to this place, to this place. I thought I found an easy way. Turns out, for some reason, my computer's just started to ban that fucking app, and I don't know why. God, I'm losing my shit. Hold on. Let me just close. My screen, the thing I was going to use for screen share. God, I hate Microsoft. If I go on here and I just run it as admin. Let me just try it one more time. I just want to see if I can run phone link with admin. I don't know when it was banned. I didn't ban it. I wasn't there. I wasn't in the room. What do you mean it was banned? I'm lost. System administrator. Why? Why was it banned? Why is it being blocked? I'm lost. Hold on, let me give it a quick look on the Play Store. I'm gonna uninstall link to Windows because it just doesn't work. Chrome Remote Desktop. What does it do? Oh, I just can't bother to read, man. I should do this off stream. I don't know why I'm doing this on stream, but yeah. When they say remotely access it, remote access and view your computers remotely from your mobile device, connect to remote computers, work on them on the go, access files, upload files, select files, transfer files, manage profile. It's not. I just want to show my screen on the computer. That's all I want. Is that so hard? Probably. I think so. I just want to show off my FGO account. But apparently, if I want to do that, I have to download FGO on the PC. And if I do that, I lose my account on my phone. Alright. Before I keep whining, let me try something else. I want to show it on the PC. Android emulator. Please, man, I need my fix. When did you get... What? He only got 4 fingers, yet no shit. It's called not showing your thumbs. Fuck your thumbs. To be fair, I have no problems with drawing hands. I actually quite enjoy drawing hands. They're not too bad. I mean, they look a bit retarded here, but that's also because I could be bothered. POV right now, please, man. I need my fix. When did it go up to $20? I wasn't in the room then, please. I'm so lost. but alright, man. I realize I've been saying man a lot. I mean, I could test something where instead I call a friend, and while calling them I stream something. That actually, hold on, I've got an idea. If I go on Discord, can I just make a server? No, I can in fact. Give me a second, let me try something. Edit channel. I want this to be one where I can put videos. Hold on. I don't want to accidentally just, like, cook someone. Oh shit, you're failing? Usually I just really just cut them, but given as I'm ill, it's even more valid. Not the outcome would... oh my days. I mean... that is rough. I'm an idiot. Why am I joining from my computer when my whole goal was to join from my phone? Give me a second on my skull, man. But yeah, why'd you skip your things? That was kind of foolish. Let's test this. I think this might work. And then I just remembered that it won't work automatically because I can't. Yeah, I just realized the issue. I just realized the issue. I don't have a separate account. Okay. Do you know what that means I gotta do? It means I gotta make a separate account. Yay. That's annoying. It was almost smart. Just barely almost smart. Alright. I might try that again next stream. To test it out. Oh, whatever. Alright. Back to drawing. Alright. I don't know why I asked why you're not doing it. I just remembered, yeah, you don't enjoy it that much. So yeah, something like that is essentially what I'm envisioning for this. But it needs to have both. Otherwise, it just looks ugly. Shit. And I keep forgetting that these are all on the same goddamn layer. Let's try this again. Let's try again. It's gonna be some. Oh, that might be a cool idea. Hold on. I was gonna say something. I was gonna think something. Fuck that. Got an idea. Right, back you go. That's just how we start off. And I think I'm gonna go straight into actually colouring and shit in a sec. It's the small details that count. Grab one of these bad boys, grab one of these. You know what I'm realising a massive problem all of a sudden is just don't know how to do this. Alright. Problem after problem. Is that the way we go? No, they're not really using... The person who's done that isn't really using it the way I am. Let's just try this again. What if instead I make it so it's got a higher size? Something fucking atrocious like that. I hate the fact that it's got a... Why does it have a boundary? Hold on. Let's fix this. Gaussian or soft? If I have it as soft, what will it look like? Ugh! Disgusting. Revolting, Jesus Christ. What is going on, people? Okay, let's... How do I undo this? So I want default. I don't really want it to fade. Because that was really ugly. And type. I think, because of what we're doing, I think I actually want a circle here. Save me brush preset. Yeah, cool. All right. Okay. Is this going to work the way I want it to visually? I don't know. I do not know. You know what? I don't mind it. You know, fuck it, we ball. I'm curious if I just do. I have to use just the original color to do this sort of stuff. How does that look? And then we just grab a good old-fashioned. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. It feels a bit off, but you know what? I feel like it's one of those things where I just have to trust the process. Sorry, you just heard the Discord thing off. All right. bam. No, that needs to go underneath. I'm also gonna think I'm gonna go over this with a darker. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, I do remember that. Odd conversation. I feel like I'm doing some stuff too strong. Like, these probably shouldn't be that strong. And I feel like I should go over, get like a darker color. Saturated black, basically. And go over with that in some areas. Something like that, maybe? Also, just remember that I left this guy here. Hold on, let's move this bastard back. So a dream of it, and basically the world ended, and all that was left in information by nothing. Huh, cool. Like, a lot of my stuff that I'm making right now, it just feels like if you look far away, it looks good. Like, that's how I feel about this horn as well. If you look far away, it looks good. The closer you get, the more concerned I become. And it doesn't look good. I'm kind of pleased with the way I figured out how to do this. Wanted to go manic, because that's equivalent to me put a cosmic straitjacket. Oh. Shucks. But, like, honestly, people always talk about how if that were the position we were in, we would go insane and all that. But, like, if you did that, wouldn't your body just over time develop to... Oh no, it's perception. No, I'm thinking about an argument for immortality and all that. The closer, the more concerned you become, yeah. No, not really. It's more like the other. It is correct. When you first see the fella Manny, you think, oh, it's a black guy. No, you think, oh, okay, cool. And then slowly you just get more and more concerned the more he tells you. But like with everything, there is like a limit, and then it starts to just go back up or back down or whatever. Honestly, I really fuck with how I've done this. I'm quite pleased I thought of grabbing this and making it bigger. Low-key. At first, I didn't like this fuzziness, but I also feel like it makes it seem more like clothing. Just because clothing does that. You know, we've got all those white borders and this and that. And it kind of just does that for me automatically, which is quite helpful. But I do think I need to go over with like a lighter colour to fill in those gaps. However, and I know it's a bit of a cock block, but now that I've done basically the upper body for now, I think I'll be ending stream here because it has near enough been 2 hours. I'll stick around for about 6 minutes. I will be on my phone, but I will be paying attention to chat because it's right in front of me. But yeah. Quite pleased how this is coming out. I think it was a good thing for me to look into Fate and stuff because that did improve the eyes. I might do some more eye tweakage, but honestly, that eye is so nice. Not to glaze or anything, but I'm quite proud of how that came out. I can't lie. Let me just grab some of this real quick though, because I want to make a small tweak. But like, it's just, oh, I'm so pleased with how that Tensei gun came out. And then the actual like eye around it is also pretty nice. This one, not too bad either. Not too bad either. They're a bit like different, but I am the king of wonky eyes. So yeah, let's put that on my face. Concurrent viewers is down, but that is what it is. All right. I really want to show FGO stuff. I truly do. I love Fate. I've been into Fate for a long time now. Not quite half my life yet, but I am only 20, so sooner or later. I've only got a few more years before it's like half my life. Right. Well. By the way, if you do think that this girl is cute, currently they're having a little thing where they will give you her like picture as a background and this and that. But yeah, I feel like I should make that aware. You know, another thing they do that's pretty cool is they use. It looks like they're using this tool for the lines, and then they just rub it out where it's not needed. That might be something I should go over and check, actually. A mistake was made. Hold on. Just thought of something I could do. Maybe at some point I should just go over the lines and see if I can do something similar. It's quite nice, to be honest. It's like... Hold on, let me... Actually, you know what? I said I was going to go in 2 minutes. I've got enough time. But it's like they've taken that. They've removed this opacity bullshit. So hold on. Can I do that? I don't know. Alright, so they've just pressed it really firmly. And then they've gone over with like a normal rubbing out tool and done something like this. Which I think is pretty cool. The problem is, I do have to change the size if I want to... But as with before, I can just do this. Look at that. That's kind of funky. I don't know. I messed with the idea. I don't think it should... cute. Cute. What is cute? I actually had a discussion with an ex about this. Because I don't think that she knows what cute and sexy are. I do find that I myself am using cute more as just a general term now, to be honest, for just people I find attractive to basically any extent. I do think that's mainly because I engage in a lot of media from other countries, and that word just, for some reason, they translate it a lot like that. Yeah, who gives a fuck? Who cares what you think? As for her, I'm just trying to think now. That's actually a good question. Why do I... What word would I use? Because my brain goes to cute because basically I've interacted with this character in her media. And in her media, it's her behavior and personality that are cute. I think oftentimes cute is referred to, like, compared to being like childlike or childish. But I also don't think that's correct. Because you're not... The reason why it's attractive isn't because it's childish. Because that's fucking weird. It's more of a personality or behavior that like makes you want to protect that person. I think visually she's not cute in that case because there's nothing about her that I think that makes you want to protect her. She's wearing a fucking swimsuit. She's wearing a swimsuit. She's got her shit on. She looks more like a ruler than anything else. Sexy isn't correct either because sexy implies some sort of inherent sexuality to her and like attractiveness that stems from being sexual, which I don't think there is really here. I mean, there's some sexual aspects, but sexy and sexual aren't... Sexy... Everything that's sexual comes off sexy. No, that's wrong. Sexy and sexual have overlap, but it's not like perfectly down the middle. But you kind of need some sexual aspect for it to be sexy. Anyway, the point is this isn't sexy. I'd say it's romantic in a way. Visually, she's visually romantic. Coupling ideas, like stuff. I don't know how to say it exactly. It's kind of like she gives the same vibe in my head, or a very similar vibe in my head, to the concept of man dying in the snow. You know? that idea of like complete silence in the last moment of your life, but in like a good way. I remember someone who went over the exact meanings behind why people find dying in the snow to be an attractive thing, like, you know, bleeding out in the middle of the cold, watching a beautiful scene in front of yourself. Yeah, I mean, in that case, if you, instead of being cautious, you know what you should do? Research it. Just find someone who goes over the meanings of words, why certain things are cool, important, and then when you look at something and you think to yourself, it's this, and then you question yourself, why the fuck did I think that? Go in on that sort of stuff. But do you see what I kind of mean with the idea that she kind of reminds me of, like, looking out on snow as you bleed out? Who is it? It was on Instagram that I saw someone. Why do men want to bleed out in snow? Masculine urge to bleed out in the snow. Deep dive Insta. It's this cunt, isn't it? I bet it's this cunt. No? What? Did I click the wrong thing? No, I didn't. Oh, shit. Okay. There's a meme. You've probably seen it. A photograph. She reminds me of this vibe. Do you see it? Can you kind of like... I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Alright. If I scroll down, lots of stuff about Imagine bleeding out here, blah, blah, blah. Why is this AI image of a woman bouncing up and down when I'm searching up bleeding out? Ooh, hold on. That fit is fire. What the fuck? If you don't know anything about this, is The Last Stand. That goes hard as fuck. Hold on, I need to find that guy, actually. I want to have to say this today, but apparently it's something you need to hear. You're a beautiful gay black man who doesn't have a criminal record yet. I really didn't want to have to say this motherfucker. Yet. Hey, Manny, he's describing you. Yeah, a bunch of sexual shit. I don't want that. He can. Oh, this guy. No, it's not him. Listening to Kanye. Yeah, we did. And what do you mean? What? We all stopped listening to Kanye. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. And why do you say it like that? Whoa. Why are they... I'm so lost, man. I'm gonna start looking at some weird shit if I don't fucking find it. Hold on. What is this image? Why does that exist? Holy stuff. There's so much nonsense here. I can't remember the guy's name. Not even all of it is bleeding out in the snow. It's just random crap. You know what, Manny? Because I'm getting distracted, I'll try and send it if I can find it. I don't think anyone gives two fucks, especially when it comes to citations and clip notes, which in turn makes everyday conversation nightmares for me. And although I don't necessarily what your interpretation is bad, I think snowsing is more apt than simply going kawaii. Yeah, I agree. I don't know why it started getting built with me. I think it's because kawaii is used so much in anime, and I read and watch too much, so now it's like somewhat there, which is quite retarded, isn't it? Anyway, please don't come out. But yeah, if I can find the guy I'm talking about, I will send it to you on WhatsApp, just because I think it's dope. Both in the sense of bleeding out that way, but also the way that he describes it is really helpful. Anyway, I'm going to end it there. It's 5 o'clock now, so I'm going to dip. I've got dinner in like an hour, so I want to do my own thing beforehand. Anywho. See, my chat rate just went up. For fuck's sake. I'll wait. And while I wait, I'll continue scrolling down. Okay. I don't think you were going to say anything, so I'm going to dip now. Peace. That's just, for some reason, saying peace just made me think of someone else's outro. Peace in the Middle East, my dick stinks, goodbye. Au revoir, goodbye. No, oh, think of me when you ravage the turkey leg. I'm not having turkey. But sure. Good evening, good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you, whatever and wherever you are. See you later. Goodbye. Ta ta.